Now that you're an expert, you've got your people, your processes built, now you need to fill your pipeline so you make sure that you can forecast and predict the growth of your agency. There's a million ways to generate leads, but what I want to talk about right now is one that you can take, replicate, and scale without having to invest in ads, a sales team, something that you can do, and you can probably even offshore too if you're smart about, which I'm going to show you exactly how to do in this video. But first, guys, the first thing that we need to do is build social proof. You cannot have success in this industry if you do not have a track record. The best way to do that is case studies and testimonials. So I have a whole section in the blueprint that talks exactly how to build case studies. It gives you the template, it gives you copywriting tips, it tells you how to extract that information from your customers, how to ask your customers the right way to do that. I strongly suggest you check that out, because if you try and go out and generate leads to a website that has no context, no content, no information, and you don't have a reputation, it's going to be really hard to generate leads and you're going to be spinning your wheels. So before you undertake an aggressive lead generation campaign, make sure that you have your T's crossed and your I's dotted. Damn, I got that right. I always mess that up. Make sure you got things buttoned up before you go out and do this. It will make things a lot easier. And then what you'll also find is a lot of your success in this industry will come from your reputation. It'll come from referrals. It'll come from people seeing these things and wanting to work with you and not other people. And that's when you really start to grow and scale. When people are coming to you and saying, hey, John, I want to work with you. What do we have to do to get that done? I can't give that to you. You have to put in the work to get that done. So I strongly suggest you check that out in the blueprint. But what I want to talk to you guys about right now is one lead generation tactic, man, that I've been using right now, even right now myself, that's been working incredibly well. It's cold video outreach, right? So it's finding the right prospects and then sending them a video of you talking and breaking down their website. And I'm going to show you the exact step-by-step process, how to do that right now to have your leads and your acceptance rate for leads too go up and go through the roof. So I have this broken down as a 5-step process. Number 1 is building a list of qualified prospects. Number 2 is we want to run a light evaluation. I like to find 1 to 3 opportunities or issues. I like to call them opportunities. Then I just like to film a Loom video, a screen capture video with my little talking head in the corner. And in that video, all I'm doing is I'm breaking down their issues and I'm asking them to follow up a scheduled consultation for how to fix it. So it's really important. I'm not saying, hey, I found these issues, hire us to fix it. I'm saying, hey, I found this one thing. Your page titles are really messed up. You want to jump on a quick call? I'll tell your team exactly how to fix it. No questions asked. And then afterwards, we then push them into the sales process, into a CRM, which I'm going to show you how to do. So this starts with building a list of qualified prospects. So the good thing about doing cold outreach is that you can target exactly who you want to work with. When we're doing inbound marketing, it's kind of a crapshoot. You have to use your marketing message, your case studies to attract the right people. But a lot of those leads you have to sift through and they're garbage. But when you're doing outreach, you can do very targeted outreach to only work and contact qualified leads. So the way I like to start with this is using LinkedIn Sales Navigator. It's an incredibly powerful platform. It's like $70 a month, but anyone who's doing anything with sales should definitely have it, because what it allows you to do is it allows you to filter for company. It allows you company size, location, industry, and then you can actually search for people by job title. So if you're a small company going after, like I said, the niche of a niche, the niche inception here, you can target just CrossFit gyms or coffee shop owners. You can target those people and get a list of their profiles. Or if you're doing more enterprise stuff, you can go after marketing managers at Fortune 500 companies. You can filter for all that stuff here, and you've got their picture, their contact information, their social, like everything is right in here. So the key here is we don't want to just start pitching them on LinkedIn, because we all know how that goes. I get millions of messages on LinkedIn and they just sit there and do nothing. So we want to use LinkedIn as a means to find people, but not contact. Right? So this is a prospecting tool, not an outreach tool. But what we want to do is we want to use LinkedIn to find the right people, pull them off of there, find other contact info, and then contact them through other channels that are going to be much more reachable. So I've got a template for you guys that's already pre-built. So this template is what we use for prospecting. It's really just an organizational tool. But what it is when my team is going through and they're prospecting, I have them recording everything up here in red from LinkedIn. So their name, their position, their company, the location, the website URL, and the company size. Then what I have them doing is going to the actual website and then pulling down their contact email, so their personal email, which they would put in here. And basically that's not a real website. All they do is we use this tool called hunter.io. So for example, if we go to our website and we run this tool, what it's going to do, it's going to pull back. So you can see this is my contact personal email and this is the company email. So what I have them doing is going through and finding that personal email so they can spin through names up here to find that exact person. So we want to get that personal email because email has a much higher open rate than LinkedIn messages do, right? So we find their website from LinkedIn, then we go to their website and we pull down their personal email. And of course, we record their LinkedIn profile. I also like to use their Instagram profile. So this is really important for this process. So I like to find their Instagram profile, and all they're basically doing is taking their first name and then Googling for it. So they're Googling their name, their company, Instagram, all these different keywords to try and find their Instagram profile. Now, I realize that in our industry, not everyone uses Instagram, but the people who do use Instagram, like myself, people check it a lot more. And the beautiful thing about Instagram is the ability to DM anyone, to send a direct message to anyone on Instagram and they see it. It's not like LinkedIn where people are over inundated with messages from people from everywhere trying to sell them everything. Instagram is a very personal network and it's very private, and most people don't have a lot of followers there, so you're able to get in contact with them, right? The point is we want them to see our messages. So Instagram to me is the best outreach platform there is because everyone sees their Instagram DMs, even if it goes to their other inbox where they have to check it because they still get a notification. So people see it, and it's by far the best way to get in touch with people. So in order of, I also have them record their Twitter profile here. That's more for like long term. If we're really trying to get after someone, you can use Twitter to like retweet their stuff, like their stuff. Just let them know who you are, right? Basically what I like to do is kind of warm the seas here, warm the audience before we go out and start berating them with, hey, I found some stuff on your website. Just add them on LinkedIn, add them on Instagram, add them on Twitter. Give it a week or two, let things settle, like some of their posts, comment on some of their posts. Again, nothing salesy. Just let them know for contextually who you are. And that way, when you do slide in their DMs, they're going to be much more susceptible to open it. Or when you send them an email, they're going to be much more likely to open it because they have some context for who you are. So this is just a very simple organizational template that we use. And again, I offshore all of this completely, and I'll talk about that more in a second. So that's the template. It's available to you guys for free. You just got to hit the link right under this video. So after that's done, we've got a list of prospects. The goal here is to find at least one issue that our target audience can comprehend. So that means that what we want to do is we want to make sure that we're not sending anything too simple or too complicated. So you have to understand contextually, just based on the business and based on your experience. If you're going after coffee shops, if that's who you're prospecting for, you don't want to be like, hey, you're missing all these canonical tags, because they're going to be like, the fuck is a canonical? Like, so, and you want to be like, hey, you're missing some page titles here, and by changing these page titles, you'll increase traffic. Something tangible they can understand, versus if you're going after an enterprise account, you're going to want to probably find something very technical or very advanced for them to be like, okay, yeah, this guy knows what he's talking, this guy or gal, knows what they're talking about. So you really have to understand contextually who you're pitching, who you're going after, if you want to send them the right evaluation. So the key here to this evaluation is we don't want to spend too much time on this, right? Because we're sending this to people who have never heard of us before, and the success rate isn't going to be great, right? If we can get a 10% success rate from this, that would be pretty good. So every 10 of these that you send, one of those comes back. So we want to think about how much time we're spending here. We don't want to spend 5 hours trying to find issues. We want to try and spend 5 minutes to find one key issue that they can comprehend. Again, something that speaks to them at the level that they are at, that we can then connect with for further information. So I like to use a tool like Ahrefs or Deepcrawl or Scalable to just do a lot of the work for me, and then I go in and pinpoint one error. People just want to know one simple thing that you can help them with. If you can find that one thing, then it's going to open the door for a much larger conversation for how you guys can work together. So I like to use these tools. They're awesome. You should already be comfortable using them if you're watching this video. Basically, some examples of things that I like to find are going to be things like cruft or thin pages that are hurting indexation. So like, again, we work with B2B accounts. They're 99% of the time on WordPress. WordPress will automatically generate a lot of crap pages, like tag pages. We'll just go through, we'll find those, identify that, explain to them why that's bad, and then send it to them. That's one. Another easy one is poor titles or missing meta descriptions, and other ones that a lot of websites are missing. You can find that information in Scalable, Screaming Frog, or Deepcrawl, any sort of technical analysis tool. Missed opportunities with content. For this, what I'll do is I'll go into Ahrefs, I'll go into the pages report, and then I'll look at really good blog posts or content that they have that's sitting in between positions like 8 and 20. So if it's in positions 8 and 20, it's ranking well, it just needs a boost. So I'll find that low hanging fruit and be like, hey, if you did X, Y, and Z, if you improved the on-page performance of this, if you built some links to this content, you're going to increase traffic. The main keyword for this has 1,000 monthly searches. Imagine what that would do for your business, right? So again, I'm finding these issues, telling them a little bit how to fix it, and then explaining to them the impact, what that's going to have on them. Another one is going to be lack of links. So that's an easy one. Again, I just use Ahrefs for that. I'll find pages that are going after big competitive keywords on their website, but don't have the necessarily links to rank for that. So I'll go through that. Again, I'll kind of button that up into a little analysis, and then I'll patch that up and send that to them. So after you found those issues, the next thing that we want to do is film your evaluation. So I like to use Loom. Loom is great because it's literally right up here. It's a little browser plugin that I can use. It shows my video, my face in there, which is really good. Always show your face, guys. It's a lot. People connect better with people. They're not going to connect with a computer screen. So if you have your face on there introducing yourself, you're going to connect with them at a very deep level. It's going to be much more personal. They're going to feel like, hey, he did this just for me. So make sure that you have your face on there. I know some of you guys are uncomfortable using video, putting yourself on camera, but man, get over it. It's 2020. It's really important too to be short, be succinct, and get to the point. Help them, don't sell them. I can't emphasize that enough. Help them, don't sell them. We're here to help them identify issues. They don't even need to know that you work in SEO. Just be like, hey, man, I've been following your website for a while. I found this issue. I want to help you fix it. So I actually went ahead and put together a sample video script for you. I'm just going to read it to you so you guys have context for it. It says, hey, my name is Ryan Stewart. I've been an SEO professional for over 10 years. I'm sending you this video because I did a light analysis of your website and found 1 or 3 huge growth opportunities. So again, you notice I'm saying growth and not issues. We're not being like, hey, you fucked up. You have issues on your website. That's a negative. We don't want to neg people. We want to be like, hey, you have growth opportunities. Your website you could be making more money, man, by just fixing these things. We want to sell them on that, not being like, hey, you have issues, fix them, because it's like, okay, so what? I fixed these issues, now what? So it's really important that we use the right language when we're addressing these people. So after that, it says a few small changes and within a few weeks, you should be seeing more qualified traffic to your website from Google. And then here, you're just going to go into your analysis a little bit more. Here's an example that I have. This one's obviously a little bit longer, but I had my offshore team put this together for me. They wrote it out, but this one says, hey, you could be doing a much better job with your content. You're leaving traffic on the table. There's no images. There's no media. There's no external links. Blah, blah, blah. Just kind of giving them analysis of what's going on. So I write it up for them so they have something to read, but I'm also, going into this on the video. So I just wrote up the video for you guys. And again, guys, I have videos done for you in the blueprint. You can see what these analyses look like exactly step for step. I literally give you the exact pitches that I'm using to close these big clients within the blueprint training that you can check out. But anyways, so again, I'm just summarizing what the issue is for them. I'm telling them what's happening and then how they can fix it as well. And then it just says this video and this information is free. I expect nothing from you in return. That's really important. But if I'm being honest, we went through all this trouble because we want to work with you, right? So we also want to say, hey, we're not doing this exactly for free. We can help you out. We can work with you. We specialize in working with companies like yours and have gotten countless results for websites in your exact position in the past. This video is simply to break through the noise and show you that we know we're talking, and working with us is a sound investment for your business. But we found this is just the tip of the iceberg. If you can spare 15 minutes, I'd love to hop on a call with you and chat about the rest. So we're saying, hey, you have an issue with your content, add more media, build some links to it, and you're going to see more traffic. You're going to see more money. We found that in 10 minutes. Imagine what we can do with 10 hours, 100 hours, right? So again, we're finding these issues, showing them that we're competent. We're showing them that, hey, here's free information. Take it for what it is. But if you're interested in learning more, let's jump on a call. I can talk to your team. I can talk to you, whoever I can talk to. I will help them out on the phone. I will help you to get more traffic with a 15-minute phone call. It's really, really important that you're driving for that phone call consultation, because once you get them on the phone, then it's a sales call, right? This is prospecting here. This is marketing. But once we get them on the phone, then it's up to you to start to close them and to get that proposal from them. So that's the evaluation. Again, like I said, I've got real examples of these exact pitches that I use within the blueprint training. I literally just upload the Loom videos. I upload all these documents for you to see so you can see exactly how you can replicate this for your agency. So what I want to talk about now is outsourcing this. So again, you can do this on your own. I wanted to give you guys a lead generation tactic that didn't cost any money and didn't require a sales team to do, because this is something that you can do on your own. Build a list of prospects on LinkedIn. Find their contact information, film a video, and then DM it to them on Instagram or just email it to them directly, whatever contact method you prefer. However, everything that I've highlighted here on yellow, so this is our process here, you can outsource, and this is exactly what I do. So basically, the prospecting is 100% outsourced. I have a team in the Philippines, $5 to $8 an hour. They're continuously building this spreadsheet here for us. They're continuously building that for us and flushing through new prospects and new opportunities. The evaluation process, that is also, I have my SEO strategy team, which is offshore, doing that as well. I have them just, for every one of these prospects, they're going through and finding one issue or opportunity. So they're running a deep crawl, they're going through Ahrefs, and they're basically going through, those, I'll show you right now. Literally these things here, I give them 5 things. I say, hey, for every opportunity in here, evaluate it for these 5 things and find me one of these. They go through, they find those things, and now what I have is a spreadsheet full of prospects. I have their name, their contact info, and I have that issue, and I have it linked to this little write-up report. So all I have to do is I have to sit down and I have to record a 5-minute video, Loom video. That's all I have to do in this whole process. I have the prospecting done. I have all the issues found for me. I just log into the spreadsheet whenever I want to send these out. I record 10 of them an hour and boom, I'm done. I've got 10 pitches that are already sent and I'm building my pipeline within an hour of time, as opposed to spending my entire time doing this. After that, I then have an outreach person that helps me out to send all these things. So I have 3 positions. And these people, by the way, the prospecting, evaluation, outreach people, are already doing agency stuff for us. So I don't have to go out and hire new people. These people already fit within our current processes in the agencies. I'm just giving them a little bit extra work to do as well. So basically, this is costing me a total of, probably $400 a month to hire and maintain my staff. But we're getting way more than $400 a month in revenue from this process and how we're doing the sales process. So again, this has helped us grow because now we're only working with the right clients. While we do get a ton of inbound leads, we advertise a lot. This is a process that I'm using to go after specific clients to fill a void and to fill a need for exactly what we need in this moment. And this also helps me to fill up my pipeline. Again, when we're talking about understanding how to forecast and manage your agency, you need to know where those deficiencies are, right? And this is where that circle of hours comes into play. If we know how much time, if I know how many people I have on staff, I know how much capability we have, right? That's our max capability in terms of hours that we can deliver. I'm then looking at, okay, that's our capability. How much are we doing? So I'm looking at how much hours we're doing each month, which then tells me what? How many hours do I need to fill with our sales team, right? So again, this whole circle of hours helps me to understand and manage my full agency and understand exactly where to put pressure for us to grow. So I hope you guys enjoyed that lead generation tactic. That's one of 10 that we currently deploy at our agency. We also run a lot of Facebook traffic. We run YouTube traffic. We do SEO. We do content marketing. We go to events. We host meetups. We do all sorts of things. And I gave them all to you in the blueprint training. I just wanted to give you one that you guys can take and use right away without having to do anything else. But we do have a whole system of lead generation for agencies. I teach you how to set up your website, the exact content to put on, everything that you need to grow and scale your agencies within the blueprint training. On top of that, all the goodies that I talked about across this training, these 4 video trainings are in there. The proposal templates, pricing templates, SEO project plans, new page outline templates, get access to our Slack channel. All you got to do is go to the blueprint.training. Everything is up there. It's all free. So if you guys have any questions, either drop me a comment below or hit me up in Slack. I'm always online. I love talking shop, and I appreciate you guys sitting through me with this. You guys can probably tell this has been 4 days of filming here in my apartment. It's been different lighting situations every time. This was a lot to get done, so I appreciate your time. I appreciate your attention, and hopefully I will see you in the blueprint training. Peace.